John Taylor.
So, I'm gonna keep this simple. Most people who know me know that I was brought into the labor movement by a brother by the name of Reverend James Owen. Some of the best lessons I learned about organizing, I learned from Reverend James Owen. I don't think there's anything more important that we could be doing this evening with our time than figuring out how to strengthen this Black Workers' Bill of Rights. Because until Black workers are protected, no workers are safe. And so I just want to do a little bit of organizing tonight because that's what I am. So if you have on an orange hat in this audience, can you please stand up? Now, if you have on a black hat in this audience, could you please stand up? Now, I want to be clear. I'm looking at this camera. I'm not looking behind me, and I'm not looking on the screen. If you are wearing a black bandana, could you please stand up? If you're wearing a brown jacket, can you please stand up? If you are one of the gentlemen in the back wearing a sports coat, could you please stand up? If you are wearing a black shirt, please stand up. If somehow I've forgotten you, forgive me, but if you're not standing, could you please stand up? So the most important lesson that I ever learned from Reverend Orange is that people will do anything you ask them to if you figure out the right way to ask. That's organizing. So until we figure out a way to ask Black folks to get involved in this movement, not just on a job, but to take labor by the horns and make it their own, we will continue to struggle and strive. We understand that Black bodies, Black women, men, and children have been at the cornerstone of labor since the beginning of time. Now it's time for us to have equity, not just in the pay, but in the decisions, not just in the structures, but in the strategy. And most importantly, this is our time to have an intergenerational dialogue with new leaders and new workers who can learn from our elders, and for our elders to learn from our new leaders and workers as we come into this movement in the labor market. So lastly, if you can hear the sound of my voice in this room, please have a seat. And thank you all, because when we learn how to listen to each other, then we can organize quicker. Y'all have a blessed day.